Hey everyone, Dylan back here with another video, kind of a different video, kind of a important video for iOS users. Unfortunately, the thing I'm going to be talking about is not something that Android has, unfortunately, so I'm sorry for my Android fellow users. They do not have this sort of thing, but I wanted to bring it to anybody's attention who is on iOS and doesn't know about it, and just how powerful it can be. I wanted to really talk about it and go in depth about it, but it is called Voiceover recognition, and it has several things in it, basically, that make apps more accessible. I'll go to it and the different settings, and I will have it read off kind of what it does so you get an idea and where you can find this if you don't know about it, but I'll go in real depth of the potentials for it in case you don't know. So you'd go to, of course, accessibility in your settings, and then you go to vision.
Voiceover on button.
And then, you'd click on voiceover.
Voiceover accessibility back button. Speaking rate 50. Speaking rate voiceover practice button. Learn more lips double hyphen tapped. Learn voiceover speaking rate speech button. Braille button. Voiceover recognition button.
And then right, like below
Braille button.
Braille.
Voiceover recognition button.
You go to voiceover recognition.
Use voiceover back button.
Okay.
Image description. Using voiceover recognition heading.
So voiceover recognition, I'm about to let it explain it itself what these different things do. So first and foremost, let's see here.
Using on hyphen device intelligence, your iPad will automatically improve the accessibility of apps, images, and text, period.
So yeah.
Voiceover recognition should not be relied upon in circumstances where voiceover recognition heading.
It will make apps and just anything more accessible in general if it isn't, but there's some other things to it. So
using on image descriptions on button.
So image descriptions is the first thing. I think by default it's just on for all apps when you end up enabling voiceover recognition.
Your iPad will speak descriptions of images and apps and on the web, period.
Yep.
Screen recognition on
Screen
button.
recognition, you want this to be on. This one is not on by default. You can turn it on. You can also make it a thing, an action in your rotor, so you can turn it on and off for apps specifically, or if you want to try to make it work better with some stuff, you turn it on and off and fiddle with it. But yeah, screen recognition is very important.
Your iPad will automatically make apps more accessible by recognizing items on the screen, period. Text recognition on.
Text recognition.
Double tap to toggle setting, period. Your iPad will speak descriptions of text found in images, period.
And those are kind of the three options. You can go in and mess with them more.
Text. Your iPad will automatically make screen recognition on button.
You could go into screen, I think you can maybe edit some stuff more, but you really don't need to.
Your image descriptions. Using on voiceover recognition heading.
But yeah, so voiceover recognition. Like I said, what all these do is basically, I don't know, through an AI or something with your device, it will try to make apps that aren't accessible at all and try to make them more accessible. And it's amazing. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, because it's not perfect. It can be pretty janky and fiddly. But when it works, I'm telling you, it makes apps that you can't do anything in completely accessible. And I've been thinking about making a video on this for a while to let people know. But I just want to show you just how important it is. I may have made a video on this already, I can't remember, but I'm gonna go to a game in a second. It's called Dragon Ball Z. There's actually two games I want to demonstrate, but one is called Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Now, I used to play this game before I went blind, 5 years ago, so I know what the game is about, the structure of it, and how things work. However, it was inaccessible. But when I used screen recognition or voiceover recognition and all the things in it, I was able to play this completely inaccessible game. Now, there's some buttons that don't work that you're gonna have to try to find and maybe turn off voiceover and tap it and then turn it back on. That is a thing. There are some workarounds, but the majority of the game is accessible, and it's amazing that I can play this game again that I, really liked playing. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff. Like I said, it's finicky, but it can work. So what I'm going to do is go to the game now.
Clock. Widget. 6. Page 2 of 2. FFEX. Page F docs. Crunchyroll. Dock and battle. Double tap to open. Dock and battle. TAP comma let apostrophe. TAP comma let apostrophe S keeper promises exclamation mark comma 1 DM. TAP comma let apostrophe S keeper promises exclamation mark comma DM. TAP to
You're
start.
gonna need someone to help you set up
TAP to
when
start.
you're first starting to play this game.
TAP to start. TAP
All
to
right.
start.
Let's get this
Now
started.
leading period.
Even
Now loading
with
period.
screen recognition, like there's like a
Now
puzzle
loading
thing
period,
to make sure
period.
you're not a robot that it wants you to
Summon
do.
Dockin' Festival is
So
now
getting
on!
started,
Exclamation
you
mark,
might need
comma
some help, but
festival,
after
comma
that, you can
4
play
of the
the game,
featured
but you
characters
just
can
have
be
to
Dockin'
figure
awakened
things
into
out.
comma new SSR cooler left paren final form right paren image close button close.
Okay, but this
Reign
is the game.
victorious in a series of battles to win
There's
glory!
an event.
Exclamation mark.
I'll go into the game later, but it's basically a gotcha game where you pull for units and then you make teams and just play the game. It's turn-based with like cool animations and stuff happening. I'll talk about maybe more of that in another video, but so
Home.
there are tabs on the bottom. That's home.
Team.
Team. That's where you go to build your teams.
Summon.
You go to summon.
Shop.
Shop. That's where you can buy in-game, real-world with currency with real money. And so, none of this was accessible. None of it. And you can click on it. Like I said, sometimes it can be weird, but
Summon.
let's go to
Team.
my team.
Team.
Team tab.
Summon. Team. Team. AV event, comma bees, Hushly, comma fierce
Now-
battles are collect free. IG, comma collect awakening medals to extreme. Collect cancel button cancel.
My bad.
Limited time, comma leader. Home, comma team, comma home, comma home. New comma exchange.
Now, like I said, it's not just straightforward to get to home.
Home.
And like the team tab, sometimes you have to move your finger around a lot to get it to kind of lock
Home.
on.
Team, comma summon.
the-
Super sale, comma shop.
team tab.
Super sale, comma shop.
Or tabs and
Upper
buttons
sale,
in
comma
general.
shop. E, comma Dragonstone X1. Left exclamation. Left exclamation mark, comma bonus. 5L, comma home. 5L, comma home. Image. Logo. Team.
There we go.
Team.
Got on the
5L,
team,
comma home.
and then I double tapped and clicked it.
Home. Image. Growth. Button.
Sometimes it'll see things as images, but sometimes if you move around it a couple times, it'll show
Hidden potential.
actual
Button.
words,
Items. Button.
items.
Dock and awaken.
Don't
Image.
worry about a lot of this stuff because you're not gonna know what it's about. But
Reverse. Image. Special sticker. Image. Reverse. Image. Shenron.
some of these it'll say image, but then if you go back over them, it'll, you could swipe through the tabs or you can move your finger around the screen.
Image. Growth. Button. Hidden potential. Button. Image. Reverse. Button. Special sticker. Button. Image. Character list. Button.
So there's character list.
Character
Found
list.
it.
Teo, comma INT.
And now there are different
Image.
types of
Illustrations.
characters
T
like
period
text,
SR.
STR for string. And so
INT, comma 55, comma SDR. INT, comma
it'll tell you,
55,
the
comma
levels
SDR.
sometimes. It's a little
INT, comma
finicky,
55,
I'll
comma
admit, to try to
SDR.
figure out what
INT,
units
comma
are what,
55, comma SDR.
you can
INT. Teo, comma
hold your finger
55
on it
apostrophe,
and double
comma
tap it
Teo.
and hold it
Left paren ribbut, right paren prosberry.
to get the unit's details to come up.
DM, comma 8, comma tech. SR. Growth, but SR. Tech.
Tech.
DM, comma 8, comma lying.
I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it doesn't read the name of the unit out very well. I mean, it is what it is, like I said. It wasn't perfect, but it let me be able to play the game.
Full power death beam. Skill. Leader. 9. Cost. HP. 2300. Next LV. 785, death.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Image. Computer monitor, keypad.
But these are just examples, right?
Teo,
of this
INT.
game.
5L, home. 5L,
Dragon
home.
Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Like,
Home.
there's like
Summon.
different banners.
Summon. New SR cooler left final form right can launch inactive skill. New SSR cooler left final form right can launch inactive skill. New S3 summons :
Can even do the summon.
Summons : 4 multi-summon.
Multi-summon.
4 of the featured single summon registered.
Single summon.
Home.
And you get the idea.
Home. Shortcuts. Double tap to open.
But so, I just kind of wanted to show that a little bit, to show that that game is accessible. And I could have, because I have...
Describe images. On. Actions.
Describe
Activate.
images.
Characters. Actions. Describe headings. Describe action. Characters. Words. Character. Keynote. Shortcuts. Dice World. Seeing a Dock and Battle.
I guess I'll go back to Dock and Battle and just demonstrate
Dock and Battle.
this. But what you can do is put screen recognition in the rotor. This one is specifically the screen recognition function out of all the voiceover recognition stuff.
Words. Characters. Describe images. Headings. Activity. Volume 1. Words. Characters. Describe images. Headings. Booze apostrophe. Boo C. Activities. No headings. Boo. Describe images. Off. Describe images on for Dock and Battle. Screen recognition. On.
And then here you see
Boo C.
screen recognition
Booze apostrophe.
is just on. And you can have it in your rotor system. You have to add it. But then you can turn it off, and I can tell you if I turn it off, I won't be able to activate anything, so...
Describe images. Screen recognition. On.
So...
Booze apostrophe.
That's on.
Image. A multi-hive image. A multi-hive. Worldwide. Home. World. Summon.
You can hear how it's telling me things.
Summon.
Now watch when I turn it off.
Off.
Literally will not let me touch anything. Cannot activate anything, nothing. Screen recognition.
On.
Turning it back on.
Summon.
Now I can touch the summon button again
Team.
and all that. So it literally makes something completely inaccessible accessible. Like again, it's not perfect, but
Dock and Battle.
I just wanted to show that off.
Double
'cause of
tap
how
to open.
important it is. Another game that I've been playing recently is called Final Fantasy Brave Exvius or Exvius, something like that.
Crunchyroll. Docs. FFEXVIUS. Double tap
This
to
game
open.
is a Final Fantasy game, and I apologize if you hear neighbors doing lawn work. But it's a little more. It's a turn-based game as well, so I think that is what really makes like screen recognition work and voice over recognition work is more of those games. But it is a little more janky because sometimes you'll go into the game and sometimes screen recognition won't work at all, and you have to close the app, try to get it to like turn on. I haven't really figured out what kind of makes it come on. It's kind of weird, or maybe I'm just impatient with it. I don't know, it's weird. So like half the time it might not turn on, so you have to fiddle with that. There are some issues in it as well, so.
Doc. FFEXVIUS.
But I'm just gonna go to the game.
Square Enix period. Square Enix registered.
And this is a Square Enix game. These are both big, huge mobile games, by the way. So the fact that this can make them accessible, with some workarounds still, is incredible. And this can get better, you know? I'm hoping that it'll just keep improving, because Android has nothing like this. They're so behind. And the fact that there's something like this, it can just become better.
Text field.
And so, like, this is a Final Fantasy, like, mobile game, so it's really cool that it can be accessible. Like I said, you may see here in a minute that it's not showing that it's accessible because it's really finicky. But when it works, it's great. And it's loading right now. Now it's on the home screen. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this to people's attention if they did not know about voiceover recognition and screen recognition. It's so cool. It may be able to make an app that is not accessible at all, accessible enough for you to use or play a game with. You see. It didn't activate yet.
Text field.
It'll just keep saying text field.
Off. On. Characters. Screen recognition. Describe images. On. Screen recognition. On.
And then
Items.
oh, there we go. I turned it on and off and it worked that time. I don't know why, but
Units.
you just saw that it wasn't accessible a moment ago, but yeah.
Home.
So you got home, your bottom tab on this game. It's also a gacha game
Units.
where you pull for units. There's units,
Items.
my items,
Shop.
shop.
Image. Image. A photo containing a sign. Friends. Image. A blue sign with white text. Summon.
There's a summon button. There's all this different stuff in this game. You can play it.
Shop. Image. Image. Summon friend. Units.
Go to units.
Units.
Because you saw firsthand, like, for some reason, Dokkan Battle just fires right up and works. But this one, sometimes doesn't. For whatever
Drop.
reason.
Bonus
Maybe there's more
exclamation mark.
stuff the screen recognition has to try to work through, maybe. Maybe a
Bonus.
different game engine.
LVL 4 liter. 00. Party 1.
And then party.
0000 00 LVL 4 liter. Hyphen drop. 3 bonus. Drop comma bonus. Max LVL. Max view.
And this game, has its stuff that you have to kind of work around as well. Because, it's not perfect. What it's doing is amazing on its own, What it is doing is making games unaccessible at all accessible. And, of course, it can't make everything accessible. But if it makes it, 90% accessible, and some things you might have to turn voiceover off for and just kind of find where it is and tap it. I mean, you have to do that in some games anyways. I think it's amazing. I think it's incredible. I'm trying to make this video. This video is already going to be really long, so that's why I'm not trying to go in depth about the games or show off too much. But I'm just hoping with this demonstration you get the idea of how amazing this is and how the potential of it in the future and for iOS. So let me know if you know about screen recognition and voiceover recognition, or if this is the first time you've heard about it, what you think about it, what your feelings are. Maybe you don't think it's as big as a deal as I do, but I think it's interesting, going from not being able to play these games at all to mostly being able to play them with minor issues here and there. Let me know. Also, if you guys want, if you've made it this far into the video, if you guys want me to, I will go over a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I will go over, if you want to play it, it is a turn-based game with Dragon Ball Z characters, where you make teams and stuff. I will go over the entire game and the different, blind accessible things you can do to get around any issues if you want to play this game. However, like I said, this will only work on iOS because screen recognition is only on iOS. But I will only do this video if I get enough support. I need likes. I want people to comment because it'll be a time-consuming video to go over everything in Dokkan, just the game itself, and then go over the accessibility stuff that you have to work around. So if if like no one's gonna like care about it or watch it, then I kind of don't want to go through the effort of making it. So you don't really have to go too crazy about like comments, but just like some likes and just to let me know enough people are interested in it for me to do it. And then if that goes well, maybe I'll do one for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius as well. Although I have way more experience with Dokkan, I've just recently played this one. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius seems a little less accessible with some stuff, and it seems like you're not going to be able to play it as long as Dokkan. You might get to a stopping point way sooner from kind of what I'm seeing, but we'll see. But let me know in the comments below, do you guys want me to do this? Also, if I did do a Dokkan video, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan accessible video, going over stuff with the screen recognition and the stuff you have to get through, would you want it in just a huge, long, super long video, or would you want me to break it down into like several separate videos that maybe I put into a playlist? Let me know that as well if you guys do want me to do that, and which format you would prefer. But yeah, that has just kind of been my demonstration of screen recognition for iOS and voiceover recognition. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something, and yeah, if you liked the video, like it, and subscribe and comment and all that good stuff. I hope this really helps some people and maybe gets you excited for, you know, if they refine this and make it better, you know, it can make stuff accessible, which is great. It's kind of like they were like, yeah, people aren't making their stuff accessible, so Apple's like, well, we'll just make software so it does it for them. You know, it's a different varying degrees of success, but it's pretty amazing what it can do so far, as you saw. But yeah, that's been it for me. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening.